Alright guys, here we go. This is going to be coverage of the 2024 Casuals Only Reg Tournament, week number 1, the 2-team games. Yes, and so these were the free-for-all games, and number 6. Alright, so here we go. This is Last Man on the Hill, Misplaced Hope, Cruelty, the DE1 maps from Myth World Cup 2024. So we have 2 teams here: Captain Spy, Overdose, Walter White, Groove, Gerald, Yuri, and Scratch, versus Team Legacy Typhoon with Father Xmas, Akira, Weiss, Baron Kildare, and Kronjak. So this is kind of a interesting game type because you know, 2 of the biggest features of this map are this drawbridge. Of course, there's usually a pulley that you can use to you know, collapse the drawbridge and kill anybody who's on this thing. And then the other major feature is this teleporter where let's see, red, so you can transport from here to here and from here to here. Now these features might have some kind of effect in maybe, you know, territories, flag rally, capture the flag even. But with Last Man on the Hill, you know, you might see some value with the teleporter, but you won't really see the drawbridge come into play, most likely, and it'll probably just be a fight in the middle here. So I think we have yet to see any unit trading, but okay, there we go. I do like the Soulless on this map, since it is very likely the battle is going to be in the flag area. So perching some Soulless on this hill is a very good idea. Of course, maxing the forest giants, you kind of always have to do that. And then just an assortment of melee units and some artillery. So I think it's a pretty standard trade, and it looks like these trades are very similar, except it looks like Legacy Typhoon did opt for more Soulless, and he's got a random goal in there, and so I do like the Soulless in this situation. We got 11, 15, 20 Soulless, whereas Spy's team
game on
looks like maybe 16. So there is a 4 Soulless advantage for Team Legacy Typhoon. And it looks like it's 4 mortars to 5 mortars. So 4 mortars versus 5 mortars, 16 Soulless versus 20 Soulless. We'll see what happens here. There is a stray pus on each side, I guess, so that might be why Legacy Typhoon opted for the goal, is to pick up this thing, but the goal is instead going to pick up a pus from here, and we have
captured.
Who is this? Father Xmas with both forest giants. I have a forest giant, and Walter White has a forest giant. And then we have Gerald coming up with the Soulless. So Gerald can probably start chucking some spears at these guys. Droll probably needs to get into the line formation like Akira's Soulless. Akira is making a rush. And there's not much that can be done. Walter White going in to start smacking. And it looks like Overdose and Walter White, they're gonna trap the Forest Giants. Oh, Overdose is gonna lose his. A little bit of, you know, that is the advantage of having two Forest Giants, is that you won't get that sort of out of sync thing that happens, you know, at maps like Giant Fighting Grounds, when one goes in for the melee attack and then the other guy backs off, just due to uncoordination. Meanwhile, we have Baron Kildare and Akira taking the hill with the Soulless. We have an idle Gerald Toad just standing there, not sure what he's doing. And with that many Soulless still alive, this is going to be very difficult for Team Spy. Gerald rushing the Soulless. And then standing up. I'm not sure what Gerald's doing. He's losing Zerks. Yep, he just lost maybe 5 Zerks. Spy says, Jaw, what are you doing? Does anyone really know what Gerald is doing? We see this Puskul finally making an appearance. Incoming. Nice throw there. And it is going to be pretty much impossible for Team Spy to do anything about these Soulless unless they get some extremely lucky mortar shots. But even then, the mortar's going to have to get really close. So, I mean, I don't want to say it's over, but Team Spy is facing a very big uphill battle here. Even though I think Groove can shoot these Soulless right now. Spy might be able to launch too. I'm not sure why they're not firing. Maybe they're bugged or something. And Spy is going to lose his mortar.
5 minutes remaining.
And it seems, ladies and gentlemen, that really just kind of prolonging the inevitable here. Groove might be able to get a couple of these Soulless. But, you know, this is basically going to have to be the best Dwarven mortar of all time in order for Team Spy to turn the tables here. Oh, and that mortar is going to go down. So at this point, I think in the interest of time, they should just be rushing it. In fact, I'm probably just going to speed it up. It's over. So.
Team eliminated.
All right. So yeah, I mean, nice job there from Akira to rush with his Soulless behind that Forest Giant
Game
lead.
over.
And there wasn't much to do after that. I mean, it really came down to the Soulless, and you know, they're just a lot more soulless on their side than our side. And I think there was one soulless pack. It might have been Drawl, and then I'm not sure where our other soul pack was, but it got blown up by somebody else. And so the hill, which should have been the most important part of the map, was really neglected by Spy's team, and I think that had to do a lot, or that led to a pretty lopsided battle there. Anyway, moving on, this is game number 2. We got Stampede on Krakatoa. For the second game in a row, we have Legacy Typhoon in the captain's seat, with Overdose, Walter White, Baron Kildare, Kronjek, and Spy. And opposing them, we have the Harbingers of Funk, with Groove, Father Xmas, Giral, Weiss, Scratch, and Yuri. So it is a 6-on-6. Of course, it is a Stampede. So we will see where these villagers will go. Offhand, I believe I recommended we take this southern route and go to this one. But a lot of things went wrong. I think, you know, in a game type like this, the archers probably don't have much value. You know, maybe if you're trying to like pin a force like against these rocks or something, you know, maybe some archers, you know, to prevent or, you know, to like provide some kind of a seal. But at the end of the day, I think these archers are really just too slow. They don't do enough damage for this game type. So I would highly recommend, you know, the maximum warriors, a few dwarves, plenty of pus goals, and then probably just the rest thrall. But we'll see how Legacy trades. We have Groove straight already. Now Groove got quite a bit of archers. It doesn't look like he maxed warriors. Plenty of pus. So yeah, I mean, I think you know, maybe he could have gotten 6 archers or something and send the archers middle. I wouldn't have been too critical of that, but definitely gonna max the warriors, I think, and then probably some more thrall, if nothing else, than to just keep them on these flags. Yes, and this is what I'm looking for. I definitely like Legacy Typhoon's trade a lot better for this game type. You know, we have the maximum warriors, maybe even maximum thrall as well. You know, with a bunch of goals, a bunch of dwarves. This is the kind of unit set that I like for Stampede here. And it looks like we have directions. This is the path of the Stampede units. Meanwhile, we have what looks to be maybe a three-prong style from Groove, which, you know, for this game type, the three-prong style attack really won't be that effective, because, you know, the whole objective is to just, you know, ram your villagers into the nearest flag as quickly as possible. And if you overly balance all of your units, then it's, you know, it's not going to be as effective, I don't think. So yeah, I don't know about this three-prong kind of deal. Whereas Legacy Typhoon's team pretty much sending everybody south. even though there is a warrior pack up here. I would have preferred these warriors right up here, like sort of just an all-in kind of deal. Looks like Overdose and Baron Kildare are leading the charge. I think they should start to see each other. See Father Xmas's goal in a second. They probably see each other now. And here we go. So we see this nice middle force there from Father Xmas. And look at all of these northern units. Not really, you know, they're almost self-isolating. You know, and since it's likely, oh, two of those villagers are going to get blown up. But, you know, once you see that the villagers are down here, these guys just need to make a beeline to the south. Okay, there they go. And that is a bit of friendly fire there from Walter White. However, he is able to get that pus goal, which might have been worth it. We see Overdose coming in with some pus goals. Gonna bomb these archers. And we see Overdose with some thrall attacking these archers. This thrall are going to take them from a nice pus there from Spy. Good teamwork there. And so it looks like Groove's entire army is now in the southern area. Nice bomb there from Walter White to kill that pus. But we see an invasion force from the middle. Ooh, that's not good. These warriors need to spread out a bit. If this Geralt goal had a pus, he could have done some real bad damage there. Meanwhile, we have Scratch throwing pus bombs at the warriors instead of the villagers. It's an interesting choice. Scratch opting to kill the warriors instead of playing the game type, I guess. Same thing with Groove, going after the dwarves instead of the villagers, but now they're going to town on these guys. But the warriors are coming to assist. And it looks like, oh, these guys need to turn around. Oh, that's not good. I don't know what they were doing. Yeah, I'm not sure who was controlling Legacy Typhoon, yeah. Not doing a very good job with the Stampede units, running right into this dwarf here. Walter White trying to snipe this dwarf. This dwarf is unresponsive. Okay, there he goes. I'm not sure what this dwarf... Oh, Walter White missed. Nice throw there from Overdose. We see a single goal going to town on Groove's. Okay, that's probably why Groove went AFK, is he's trying to run these villagers. However, he's running them away from the nearest units. There's no one there to help these villagers. Perhaps he's trying to make a beeline for this top flag. Meanwhile, Walter White and Overdose making a run. Ooh, what a bounce! Nice, nice throw there from Walter White. And it looks like, apart from this journeyman, there's a clear path to the flag. Meanwhile, can these peasants run all the way to this flag? It doesn't look like it. Looks like these goals are gonna kill all of the peasants. Oh, we have a pus bomb, and that is going to do it for the peasants. With that, it looks like Legacy Typhoon's team has a clear path to the flag. And I think they're going to get 3, which should be enough to do it.
Game over.
And that'll do it. So, nice damage there from me, I guess. I don't know what I did, but yeah, pretty cool, I guess. Alright, here we go. Game number 3. Capture the flag, no compromise. Okay, so this is kind of hard on the eyes, to be honest. We have Gerald with Overdose, Weiss, Yuri, and Spy versus Groove, Father Xmas, Walter White, Scratch, Legacy Typhoon, and Empy. Yeah, this map is really bright, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, one thing about this game is that a lot of times it just comes down to a rush for this hill, almost in a Clash on the Cloud Spine type way. Just a mad rush to the middle. Keep in mind that it is snowy, so that means dwarves will be less effective, even though based on these unit sets I still like to have a couple of dwarves anyway. And it is pretty much like a Dead of Winter style, maybe without the Stygian Knights. And as such, I do like the all melee strategy. However, it seems like Gerald's going for a somewhat balanced strategy. A lot of archers, almost all warriors, and plenty of ghouls, plenty of dwarves. The one drawback I see is I don't really see enough thrall. Usually you want to put like 5 or so thrall on the flag. I probably would have gotten a bunch of less. Maybe at most 12 bowmen. And then just, opted for some more thrall. Because, when it comes down to it, a lot of it is going to come down to pussing either the dwarves or the warriors. You know, those are really the prime targets there, right? But let's look over here at Groove, who is captaining for the second game in a row. Way less bowmen, and you know, like I mentioned, I think 12 is a decent number, especially if you're going to send these bowmen in the middle, because you know, this amount of space here can really only fit about 12, and so when you have, you know, what is this, 6, 12, 18, when you have 21 bowmen, you know, you won't be able to fit 21 bowmen across, and so their effectiveness is really decreased, whereas, you know, 12, I think it's a decent number, and furthermore, we see, you know, the maximum warriors, you know, eight or so thrall for the flag, plenty of whites, plenty of goals for pus. So I definitely like Groove's trade better. And I also think that they are moving to the flag a little bit faster than Geral's team. The warriors need to be in front of the bowmen, but instead the bowmen seem to be in front of everyone else. And, you know, it might not turn out so well. See, I like how Scratch and Walter White are really hustling to get this hill position. Meanwhile, look at all these laggards. Look at all these Geral warriors just kind of standing around. The warriors really need to be up here somewhere, getting a rush from Scratch. And we got a pus from Overdose. Gonna pus all these guys. Yeah, explosions everywhere. A lot of pus coming down. Fire arrows, I don't know how effective they're going to be, because it is snowy. We have these Yuri units just standing here. Nice auto there from Spy, but he's going to get vaporized. Yuri really needs to move his guys. I don't know if he was AFK or what. But it looks like Team Geral is just too fragmented here. You know, we have a bunch of AFK units, and now they're going back to the flag. And, yeah. Nice stuff there from Team Groove, especially Scratch and Walter White with those, you know, getting those warriors to the hill as quickly as possible. And again, you know, I don't know what these warriors were doing. You know, we saw them, they were just standing there. They should have been in the battle, and now they're just kind of at the flag with no support. Meanwhile, we see an overdosed dwarf, maybe trying to sneak around. I mean, if I can get that dwarf over here, I mean, that can cause some big problems. However, there are some goals and stuff moving back probably to reload on pus. And so I think these warriors were given to Geral, and Geral might have given them to Spy. So I mean, these units are just getting passed around. Meanwhile, we have Spy with a dwarf. Well, not anymore.
Flag contested. Flag contested.
Yeah, man, at this point, I think Spy needs to detach about half of his guys and just either rush these dwarves, or rush. You probably got to go after the dwarves. I mean, it's kind of a suicidal attack here, but you know, you got to do it, or else the dwarves will just crush them. Meanwhile, there's a couple of goals here. Gerald trying to contest the flag, but he's going to get shot. And yeah, nice move there from Legacy. Legacy and Spy to put pressure on the archers, but it's just not enough. And I think, yeah, gotta just rush these dwarves. But it looks like Legacy is going to steal the flag. So yeah, kind of an interesting game there. 55 damage from Father Xmas. Nice damage. Yeah, I mean, I think that really kind of shows you the effectiveness of the warriors. You know, the warriors need to be in the front, the archers need to be in the back. And for Gerald's team, the archers were in the front, the warriors in the back. And in some cases, the warriors were AFK. So you're not going to win that way. Anyway, this is game number 9. King of the Hill on Tamerlin. And we have Gerald with Scratch, Groove, Legacy, Typhoon, and MP versus Overdose, Father Xmas, Yuri, Weiss, Walter White, and Spy. So this is King of the Hill. You know, I do have a liking for mauls, because they can, you know, they can take a tremendous amount of damage, and they're somewhat fast relative to how much damage they can take. So they could, you know, absorb a couple of shots from the artillery and then still hunt down a warlock or a mortar, you know, stuff like that. So they're pretty useful. But yeah, but I also think Soulless are very useful in this map. You could park them here in the deep water and have them peck at the Trow, the opposing team Trow. That's always fun in games. You know, I personally think that Zerks are not that useful, and so I like my trade here. Yeah. Meanwhile, with Gerald, we have a kind of similar trade, except Gerald opted for more Zerks and a few less mauls. So we'll see what happens. It looks like, based off the unit dispersion, we have Gerald and MP with the Trow. I don't know how effective that's going to be, but I've never seen Gerald be a captain and not give himself at least one Trow. Meanwhile, on this side we have Walter White and Father Xmas with the Trow. We see Yuri and Weiss with the Soulless. And it looks like everyone else more or less has an artillery pack and some melee units. Over here, the Soulless are going to be controlled by one person, Groove, and then everyone else kind of has a melee, artillery units, etc. So we shall see what happens. going to be all about controlling this deep water. Whether you can get some whites in there, some soulless.
Flag captured.
Alright, well, it looks like MP's Trow is a little bit slow, which means that the two Trow, Father Xmas and Walter White, are going to push him off and get some time. However, the Zerks are catching up, and now they're forcing Father Xmas and Walter White back.
Flag lost.
Alright, there we go. Now the artillery should be starting to go to work. And here we go. Oh, maybe not. Maybe so. Looks like Father Xmas's Trow is stuck. We see some mortars going off. Looks like Geral's going to lose his Trow. Oh, nice explosions there.
Flag.
Groove is going to... I mean, I personally think having 12 Soulless is a little too much.
Flag.
This Warlock's going to get chopped down. And it looks like Team Overdose is going to win that exchange. You know, Geral lost his Trow, Father Xmas lost his Trow, and now it's really just MP and Walter White. Nice shot there from scratch with the mortar. And it looks like a friendly shot there from Spy. Blew up some Zerks. And now Spy is on the verge. Uh-oh. Spy, what a disaster. His, both of his Warlocks are going to get annihilated. Gotta watch out for these whites here from Geral.
Flag contested.
Uh-oh, that's not looking good. Nice white there from the Legend. And all of a sudden, Geral has a 57-50 lead over me. However, we do have a time advantage. And it looks like there's a lock trade there. And another explosion. Blowing up whites. Overdose. He's looking to try and get some vengeance. Here he comes with his white. There he goes, blowing up some artillery units. And nice shot there from Father Xmas. And it looks like MP is going to lose his Trow here. Nice shot there from Legacy Typhoon, killing some Zerks. And all of a sudden, the tables have turned 33%, 19%.
Flag contested.
Got some idle mauls here from Father Xmas. Probably needs to bring him into the flag. Although it might not matter. Dud there from Legacy, unfortunately. Can I get this Warlock with the white? Or does it matter?
Team
No, it doesn't matter. So there you have it. That was a very, very fast-paced game. Rush into the middle. You know, Geral, Father Xmas losing their Trow very, very quickly. Almost in a suicidal manner. And then Walter White and MP surviving a little bit longer, and it really came down to the soulless, the artillery, you know, some great shots. I don't know who it was, but somebody killed 2 of Spy's Warlocks with 1 shot. You know, maybe it was Spy's fault because he didn't spread his Warlocks out, who knows. Some great whites, namely from myself and Geral, blowing up all kinds of soulless in this area. And so it was a pretty fast-paced, you know, fast-paced game, and
Game
interesting
over.
myth. Could have used these malls in the flag, though. Yep. And so that leaves us with game number 10. This is the last game that counts for the tournament. However, I think I did capture some of the after-party games. Anyway, we have Groove again captaining for, I think, it's got to be, what, the third time? Maybe even the fourth time, I don't know. But, yeah, Scratch with Killer King making his casuals debut, for this year at least. Legacy Typhoon, MP and Spy. And then we have Groove, Weiss, Overdose, Walter White, Father Xmas, and Meerkat. Meerkat, I think, making his debut. Yeah, so this is an interesting map. You know, you got these warlocks as the assassin target. Of course, you have to lose all three of them to lose. It's not a case of where if you lose one, your entire team, you know, you lose the game. Now in this map, archers do actually have value because they can snipe these warlocks. However, you know, a lot of this map really does come down to the Heron guards, as well as the Zerks, because the Zerks are pretty fast, and you know, they can chop up a warlock pretty quickly. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the Warriors might be kind of a useless unit in this map. You know, I like the Zerks. Dwarves, you know, you get a few. The Heron guards, you know, these of course are the second most important unit, second only to the assassin unit itself. And then, you know, plenty of pus goals, because you know, you could pus archers, or you could pus archers, warlocks, you know, pretty much everybody except the Heron guards. So I think Groove chose a pretty balanced unit trade, even though I don't really like the Warriors, but maybe he didn't have anything else to spend on, so got him anyway. Pretty similar unit trade here. You know, again, it must be a case of there only being 8 Zerks allowed on this map, because you know, in maps where there are Zerks and Warriors at the same time, I mean, you pretty much just max the Zerks. So maybe there was only an 8 max, in which case I don't mind either side's
Game
unit trade.
on.
It looks like we have Walter White, Father Xmas, and Groove with the Warlocks for Team Groove. Killer King, Legacy Typhoon, and Scratch with the Warlocks for Team Scratch. Now this is a map where I wouldn't mind a 3-prong. You know, because you know, there's 2 major theories, I think. You know, one is to keep your assassin units somewhat close together. The other is spread them out and use them as an offensive weapon, because, you know, of course, warlocks do pack a punch, especially against light units. So, we see Killer King making a very aggressive move here. Okay, he's backing up. Meanwhile, we have MP with a flank of all of the Zerks. Now, I think these Zerks are a little too important to just send them all on a weird flank. You know, they really are kind of the, you know, They are pretty heavy hitters on this kind of map. So I don't know what exactly MP's trying to do with these Zerks. Meanwhile, he has a Dwarf and 2 goals that are way behind the Zerks, and it looks like I'm gonna chop up this Dwarf here, and MP's gonna waste a pus. Meanwhile, we have Walter White, perhaps overextending himself. I don't know. Meerkat, I don't know what Meerkat is doing. He needs to follow Walter White. Meerkat, seemingly AFK. And, uh-oh. This isn't good. And nice awareness there from Groove. Even though he had to waste a pus, he was still able to get that goal. And now it looks like MP might be able to get this Warlock simply because... Uh-oh. Yeah, it looks like he might get the Warlock. And yes, MP is able to get the Warlock, so maybe the Zerk flank isn't such a bad idea. I don't know. Can MP get the second Warlock? Oh, almost. So MP was able to get 1.5 Warlocks. Meanwhile, Walter White is forced to retreat because he's not being backed up by Meerkat, who's just standing there. What is this guy doing? And meanwhile, I think Scratch may be ordering his guys to take up more defensive positions because at 1-0 there really isn't much of an incentive to attack. Oh look who's finally moving. It's Meerkat, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what is this? We got Overdose going up the middle. There's nobody here. And it looks like we have Father Xmas and Weiss trying to surround on the other side. Okay, now it looks like Killer King might be moving in position to attack my guys. Who knows? Who knows? Yep, I think Father Xmas and Weiss need to make a push here. Both of these locks are low on mana. Oh, I'm gonna get run down like a dog. This freaking Killer King. Who invited him to these games? Nice pus there from Overdose. He's gonna get that Warlock. Here comes Overdose. Can he get the other Warlock? Yes, Overdose does get the second Warlock. So that group of 5 archers does a tremendous amount of damage there. Meanwhile, we have Legacy Typhoon just standing in the fire. What is he doing? Legacy Typhoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just standing there getting burned alive. Maybe he was so disgusted with his performance, he wanted to end it all. Meanwhile, we have Weiss trying to snipe this Warlock. Killer King Warlock. Oh, nice shot there from Weiss. One more shot. Can Weiss do it? Killer King dodging for his life. Oh, another Warlock goes down. Oh, and then Weiss is able to get that third warlock. Where was the third warlock? Okay, Groove. No, Walter White's warlock was in the middle. Nice shot there from Weiss to close out the game. And yeah.
Game over.
3-2. Okay, so that was the first round of the casuals only reg tournament. Let me see. Yes, this is the week 1 score. I don't know how well it's going to come through on YouTube, but our hero, ladies and gentlemen, Overdose with 26 points. In second place, we have Groove with 20. You know, Groove asserting his dominance in the free-for-all games. He scored points in every single free-for-all game, which is no easy task. You went 2 and 3 in the 2-team games, and then I of course went 3 and 2, but I got the most damage in 3 of the games. Lucky me, I guess. And so it is a 2-person race, ladies and gentlemen, between me and Groove, at least through week 1, to see who is the most casual, or in fact, if you win this tournament, you're going to be deemed the least casual. So whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, that's left to interpretation. But yeah, as it stands, I have a 6-point lead. But now I think we went into some overtimes games. I don't know how interesting these games are, but I don't know how many Dorfball games are on YouTube. So here we go. This is Dorfball, ladies and gentlemen. We have Team Overdose with Killer King, Walter White, Meerkat, and then Team Legacy Typhoon, Father Xmas, Scratch, MP, and Spy. So in case you don't know, you have the Healer Dwarf, you have the Tough Dwarves, and then the Fast Dwarves, and then I think you have normal dwarves, but it doesn't look like Legacy Typhoon opted for the normal dwarves, whereas I opted for the normal dwarves, the tough dwarves, and I think you get the healer by default.
Game on.
And so, you know, if you're new to Dorfball, it is essentially dodgeball, but with a lot more violence and explosions. Periodically, there will be some colored balls that drop from the sky. I'll try and explain them as they fall from the sky.
Contested.
As it stands, we have some action going on. Some balls being thrown. Overdose is going to be the first loss because he sucks. Alright, so quickly,
Flag contested.
the teal ball shoots lightning. The purple ball paralyzes people. The orange ball does a lot of damage. The red ball is an airstrike grenade. So after some time ends, an airstrike will happen like that. The black obviously replicates itself, and then if you're hit by one of those replicated balls, it does damage. Oh, that's not good. But there's also the yellow ball. Now, the yellow ball, it just explodes randomly. So I try and stay away from that thing.
Flag contested.
Another rule is that if you cross into enemy territory, the journeyman will hunt you down and inevitably kill you.
Flag contested. Flag contested.
However, sometimes it'll be tactically advantageous to cross into the enemy territory. As it stands, it looks like the pink team has a 90% to 60% lead. I'm not sure what Team Overdose is doing. However, things could always change on a dime when it comes to Dorfball.
5 minutes remaining.
Oh, that looks like
Flag.
a tough dwarf is going to go down. The tough dwarves are always, you know, by their name, the toughest
Flag captured.
to kill. Maybe
Flag
second only
lost.
to the healer. Oh, that's not good. Yep, the healer and a dwarf are going to get taken down. It is Overdose all by himself. This isn't looking good for our hero. They're crossing into enemy territory. Oh, what a dodge there from Scratch. Oh, and it'll get paralyzed by an exploding purple ball.
Team
And that's going to do it. So, that is Dorfball, ladies and gentlemen.
Game over.
Definitely superior to Fetch Ball. Alright, this is the next Dorfball game. This is on Arena. Pretty much the same thing. We have MP, Father Xmas, Killer King, and Meerkat against Walter White, Overdose, Legacy Typhoon, Scratch, and Spy. Yep, so obviously this is a bowl-shaped map, in contrast to the last map, which was more or less flat.
Flag captured. Flag lost. Flag contested.
Someone's gonna get annihilated. I think it was Walter White.
Flag
And
contested.
someone needs to get these red balls out of there, or else it's gonna set off an airstrike. Oh, that's no good. Oh, yep, there's a yellow ball. You want to stay away from those. And that's why.
Flag captured.
The fun thing about Dorfball is that you have an equal chance of dying from the balls than you do the enemies. Nice throw there from Scratch. And it looks like Father Xmas is going to get frozen.
5 minutes remaining.
MP needs to pick up that red ball and throw it away. MP, what are you doing? Uh-oh, MP needs to run away. Oh, he's gonna die. Oh, and then Walter White, I think, is gonna die. Nice throw there from Spy.
contested.
Oh, Spy's gonna lose the healer.
Team eliminated.
Oh, and it looks like whoever the healer was for Team Abbey is gonna kill themselves. The ball bouncing off Overdose and then hitting whoever threw it,
Over.
thus eliminating them. Father Xmas, maybe. That's what happens when, you know, you throw balls at old Ironsides, you know, just bounces off. This is game number 13. Here we go. Back to the dome, the arena map. This time we have Legacy Typhoon, Overdose, Meerkat, Groove, and Spy versus Walter White, Father Xmas, Killer King, MP, and Scratch. Oh, did the map turn off?
Game on.
Not that it matters. Alright. You also have the green ball, which deflects. That's why you saw all of the balls at the beginning float away.
Flag
It's interesting how you can come up with a lot of these combos. Like I tried to use the black and the green. It kind of has a synergistic effect to a degree if you can time it right. Of course, I did not time it right, so its effectiveness was a bit limited. But yeah, if you can get the deflecting ball next to the black ball, and then have the black ball just spew a bunch of those duplicate balls at the enemy, can do a lot of damage.
Flag lost.
Oh, nice explosion there. Walter White, I think, got annihilated.
Flag captured.
Uh-oh, it looks like these two guys are frozen. Oh, look who it is. Typical MP. However, it doesn't seem like anyone is trying to kill him. I don't know if anybody is trying to kill MP.
Minutes remaining. Flag lost. Flag captured.
I don't know who gave Meerkat the healer, but he wouldn't have been my choice. I'm not sure if he knows how to use the healer.
Flag lost. Flag captured.
Oh,
Flag
and that is a
contested.
mistake there from Killer King. He is frozen. Overdose, sensing the opportunity. Can he get... Oh, Overdose is going to get zapped by the lightning bolt. He had Killer King in his
Flag
sights.
lost.
But now, and then Meerkat's going to get blown up. So now it is just Legacy Typhoon
Flag captured.
against these three guys. Legacy Typhoon wisely stocking up on ammo for the final assault. However, it is going to be an uphill battle here. And you're not going to win by doing that because it's a tough dwarf and a healer. So you're going to have to do like a paralyze with the purple ball and then hope like an airstrike gets him or something. You're not going to get him with the regular balls. I'm not sure if Legacy Typhoon knows. He is going for the orange ball. Oh, it disappears. Got to pick up the purple. Pick up the purple. What's he doing? What are you doing, man?
1 minute
He's
remaining.
just walking and stopping.
Flag contested.
And I don't know what that was, but Legacy Typhoon is going to go down.
Team eliminated.
And Team
Game
Walter
over.
White is going to win. Oh, now we're switching to Giant Fighting Grounds. This is the after party, ladies and gentlemen. Anything and everything will be played. We have Father Xmas, Overdose, Walter White, and Spy versus MP, Meerkat, Scratch, Groove, and Killer King.
Game on. Captured. Flag contested. Flag captured. Flag contested. Flag lost. Flag contested.
All right, we have four red giants here. They should be pushing for the melee. I think it's too late.
Contested.
They might be able to cut off the MP.
Flag captured.
Ooh, nice throws there from Spy.
Flag
Going
contested.
to kill Meerkat.
Flag contested. Flag contested. 5 minutes remaining.
Alright, so it looks like Scratch and Empy, they're gonna have to make a move here if they want to get all these bad guys off their back. Meanwhile, Spy and Overdose are in pursuit, and they are not going to let these guys escape. Chasing Empy. A wild throw there from Spy, missing everything. And it looks like Empy is going to try and go for the corner. He's probably going to have one more throw. He's going to have to kill a couple of these guys here. Can he do it? He gets one, but he doesn't get Spy. Spy's second guy. So. But, yeah, there you go. Nice damage from Spy, nice damage from Empy.
Game over.
More giant fighting grounds. 4-on-4 we got Meerkat, Father Xmas, Overdose, Spy against Scratch, Killer King, Groove, and Walter White.
Game on.
Look at that. Meerkat murdering that deer.
Captured. Flag captured. Flag lost. Flag contested. Flag captured.
Nope. Scratch went to save Killer King, but Killer King did not turn around to help out Scratch. So maybe a bit out of sync there. Meanwhile, we have a melee fight. Groove and Father
Flag
Xmas.
contested.
We got a wild throw there from Walter White. A double kill
5 minutes
from
remaining.
Spy.
Flag
Spy is
contested.
on a tear.
Team
And that's
eliminated.
going to do it. Nice damage there from Father Xmas. 60 damage. A lot of it was from the
Game
melee attack. So, good stuff. Oh, I guess we're going back to Dorfball, ladies and gentlemen. On to the arena here. We have Walter White, Overdose, Meerkat, Groove, Swatacular, who's making his casuals debut, against Spy, Father Xmas, Killer King, and Scratch. Father Cracksmith saying that he is a bad doctor. We shall see. Meanwhile, we have Groove
Game on.
with the medic for Team Walter White.
Flag captured. Flag contested.
Oh, and off the bat, Scratch needs to get out of there.
Flag contested.
That is a sort of typical position for the doctor to be. Meanwhile, Groove is not in the usual spot. He is out there.
Flag captured. Flag contested.
I'm not sure if
Flag
Groove even
contested.
realizes he's the medic. Okay, maybe he does, but he's trying to have the medic be a more offensive
Flag
player as
contested.
well. Ooh, nice stun there. This is a tough dwarf. People need to kill the tough dwarf. Ooh, dwarf is going to get
Flag
vaporized.
lost.
I think that might have been one of mine.
Flag contested. Flag
Uh-oh.
captured.
This tough dwarf,
Contested.
people need to be attacking it. Oh, and that is not good. We got the doctor frozen in the middle, but no one seems to notice. It was an opportunity for Walter White's team, but no one seemed to notice.
Flag contested. Flag contested. Flag contested.
And it seems like Groove gave me the medic. Oh, and we both got frozen
Flag
by the purple ball.
contested. Flag lost.
Nice throw there from Groove to save Swatacular. Oh, but he's gonna get hit in the back.
Captured.
Oh, and then Groove and Swatacular are gonna get annihilated. We have Scratch and
Flag
Spy
contested.
against me. Pulling out some nice
Flag
moves.
lost. Flag contested.
What is going to happen here?
Flag
Oh, and it looks like Scratch is going to get annihilated by an airstrike. Only his intestines remain. And it is Scratch or Overdose versus Spy. And it looks like Walter White's team has a time deficit.
Flag contested.
So if Spy just keeps dancing for a minute or so, they'll have the time win. What is all this dancing? Trying to find the right angles. You know, Dorfball is all about the angles. Oh, overdose with a hit. Oh, and then the ball bounces off again. Overdose with the rough exterior. Oh, and overdose is going to kill Spy for the win.
Game over.
Alright, that was game number 16. This is more Dorfball, ladies and gentlemen. If you had, you know, at least five Dorfball games being played in 2024 on your bingo card, it's your lucky day, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so this game, we have Father Xmas, Groove, Walter White, and Spy against Scratch, Meerkat, Overdose, Killer King, and Swatacular.
Game on.
So for the medics, we have Scratch. Oh, the medic is already going to get assaulted.
Flag captured.
And we have Walter White, the medic, for Team Father Xmas.
Flag contested. Flag lost.
Oh, nice throw there.
Flag contested.
Someone needs to kill this guy. There you go.
Flag
And it looks like Killer King, one of Killer King's units might have gone down.
Flag
And I think Killer
contested.
King is going to lose both of his
Flag
guys.
captured. Flag contested.
We have Walter White, unresponsive, not providing healthcare to Spy, despite him dancing, and he's going to get vaporized. And then Walter White immediately heals Groove, so I don't know if there's perhaps a strained relationship between Walter White and Spy.
5 minutes remaining.
Oh, Meerkat is going to get lightning striked. Swatacular might have just got blown up.
contested. Flag captured. Flag lost.
Oh, and there goes the healer. And that is not looking good for me.
Team
Oh, and
eliminated.
there it goes. Alright, so that was that.
Game over.
Let me guess, more Dorfball? Oh, this is bombing on the wall. Free for all, it looks like. Last man on the hill, okay. Killer King by himself, Overdose and Walter White, Swatacular, Scratch and Groove are a team, Meerkat, Father Xmas, and Spy. Alright, so this is bombing on the wall. Most notably, you got the Dwarven Mortar heroes who fire a very long way. So yeah. We shall see. I expect a lot of Dwarven Mortar chaos.
Game on.
We have Meerkat quickly going for the circle formation and putting his white in the middle. I'm not sure what this is, what kind of strategy this is. Let's BC someone, Father Xmas says. "10-minute long, last man on the hill."
Flag captured. Flag lost.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with this circle formation with the white in the middle. This might end in disaster for Meerkat. Okay, well, Dwarven mortars are going to work. Look at that range.
Flag captured.
There must have been some kind of disaster, because Father Xmas lost a mortar somehow. Probably shot a tree, maybe? Oh, we got an explosion there. Nice shot there from Swatacular, blowing up some fetch. And a Dwarven hero, probably. It seems like Meerkat has had enough. He's going for the rush. Oh, he's going to lose all of his fetch. But Meerkat is going to get a Dwarven mortar. His Trow is going to go down. These fetch need to start blasting. Don't shoot the Trow, shoot the other guy.
Player eliminated.
And Meerkat is going to go down. Swatacular with the Dwarven Mortar Hero. Nice shot there from Swatacular. Oh, this is going to be good for these dwarves. And they're going to get vaporized. And Groove's going to get vaporized. Oh, it looks like there's a white. Oh, and the white is going to get my Dwarven Mortars. Nice white from Groove, I believe. Meanwhile, we have Killer King with all of his artillery. You don't want to stack. You don't want to put mortars and fetch together. Yep. You don't want to put them together, Killer King. Oh, nice shots though. Maybe you do want to put them together. Maybe Killer King knows stuff that we don't, ladies and gentlemen.
Flag captured.
Killer King trying to find this white here. Meanwhile, he's going to get bombed by Swatacular.
Flag captured.
Looks like Swatacular's Maul's going to get vaporized. Oh, that's a great mortar shot. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful shot there from Walter White. Killing all 4 of those fetch. We have Killer King popping my white. What a jerk.
Flag captured.
Not much Killer King can do. Ooh, nice white there from somebody.
Player eliminated.
Killer King is going to go down. Looks like Spy's going to get... Oh!
Flag
Swatacular.
Team eliminated.
So it looks like Spy could go after this Dwarven hero. I don't know why he didn't. Maybe the satchel charges. But the only Dwarven mortar hero still alive is Walter White's.
Flag contested. Flag captured.
Make a hole.
Yeah, these Dwarven mortar heroes, man. go. And it's, yeah, the last mortar hero is going to go down. But Swatacular's going to take some damage to his Trow. Oh, I don't know why Walter White dropped his satchel charges. Nice throw there from
Flag
Overdose.
captured.
Freezing that Trow. Spy was trying to be disgusting.
Team eliminated.
But the Myth Gods provided.
1 minute remaining. Flag contested. Flag contested.
Damn.
30 seconds remaining. Player eliminated.
And that's going to do it.
Game over.
Hooray! Hey, we did it! Hooray! Yay!
Alright, and this is the last of the after party games for week 1. This is Capture the Flag on If I Had a Trow. And we have Team Swatacular with Meerkat Groove and Walter White versus Killer King Scratch, Overdose, and Spy. So a 4-on-4 CTF Trow to end it. Hope you enjoyed the week 1 games. Yeah, I mean, try and just have some casual, laid-back games with some fun people. We've had some bizarre play, we've had some pretty good play, and everything in between. So it looks like Swatacular is going heavy on the Soulless. He didn't max the Mercridia, so that's kind of weird. Meanwhile, Killer King, more or less a standard trade. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of the non-maxing the Mercridia, especially when you put them into Soulless points instead. Now generally, I don't mind Soulless on If I Had a Trow, if it was Terry's or Flag Rally or something like that. But on Capture the Flag, these guys are just simply too slow to merit all of those unit trading points. Meanwhile, we have a seemingly large flank to the north. 2 Trow on Meerkat with the defense here. And Spy going right up the middle. Not much resistance except for this 1 Trow. Looks like Spy might be trying to trap these guys. Walter White. Oh, that's me up north. I guess I'm just trying to hold off these guys for as long as possible. Once these artillery units get in, these Soulless are going to be in some trouble. Walter White perhaps tunnel visioning a bit. He should see that, the rest of his, there's an all-out assault on his home base. He should actually be trying to pinch these guys. But instead, he's really just fixated on attacking me. Perhaps he just hates me because of all the ridiculous tournaments I host. I don't know. But we have all 5 Trow, not to mention a couple of Mercridia packs, on the doorstep of Team Swatacular. These Warlocks. Meerkat needs to awaken. He needs to do something here. We see a 3-on-2 Trow fight, and now these Mercridia are going to go to war.
Tested.
And this is over, ladies and gentlemen. The Mercridia have so much advantage
captured.
against the Mauls, and they just tore them up. Great rush there from Scratch. Nice job there from Spy, holding, occupying these guys over here. And yeah, I mean, Walter White really tunneled in on this. He really should have pulled back and tried to help out his team. So I guess good job by me for distracting him. I don't know, but
Team
there you have it.
eliminated. Game over.
Alright, so those were the end of the after party games. Thanks for tuning in. I will cover the week 2 games next week. Until then, I'll see you next time.